Hey everyone, it's Joy. You know, does it ever happen to you when you're reading something that you've heard many times in the past, maybe, but it feels different? It feels a little bit more real, or something has changed in your life that enables you to kind of look at the world a little bit differently. I totally had that happen today and just wanted to share that with you. So I've been reading this awesome book. It's called Reality is Not What It Seems. It's by Carlo Rovelli. And it's essentially all things math, physics, and what makes up our world, what makes up our universe, and how do we view the world now. And it goes back in history and looks at all of the formative ideas from, Newton and Einstein and everyone. And it was just talking about light and the fact that light can simultaneously be a wave and can be a particle. And so when we look at light, there can be multiple different colors, right? We've got red lights, blue lights, green lights. And really what gives each of those their color, or what we perceive as their color, is the different frequency of those waves. And I was reading about the photoelectric effect, which essentially is you can have different frequencies of light hit the same object, and it causes a different effect. So maybe you'll have red light hit this metal and nothing will happen. But if you send a blue light or a green light to hit the metal, it actually releases its own photons and things happen. So the reason I tell that story is less from the scientific standpoint, although it's really cool and I highly recommend this book, but because I feel like we're all going through a lot right now. I feel like in today's world, there's a lot of fear and concern, and we're all trying to grapple with that in different ways. And the reason that these waves seem to resonate with me today is that I feel like there's been some things that I've tried in the past, some techniques or some ways of thinking about the world that, maybe I haven't changed. I'm still that piece of metal, but it's a different color, so these techniques are different colors that are hitting me, and I'm reacting differently to them. So instead of everything just having been red, maybe some things are now showing up as blue and green, and I can react differently to them. And so when I get overwhelmed or when I get sad, I'm going back and retrying some of those things, retrying some of those techniques, and just seeing how they work, seeing how I feel when I lengthen my breath, seeing how I feel when I take a moment to savor something, seeing how I feel when I go for a walk or when I do some yoga. And I invite you today to just be open to that, to be open to maybe doing something that you've always tried and that didn't work, or that maybe has worked, but can you do it in a little bit of a different way? Can you let it become a different color? Thank you. Hope to talk with you soon.